Simone Biles and Team USA have just won gold in women's all-around. But things weren't as easy as you'd think. Let's look at the road to gold that started on June 27th. 16 women showed up to grab a coveted spot on the US gymnastics team. The Target Center in Minneapolis was buzzing. The stakes were high and everyone in that arena knew it. Simone Biles, a name the world knows, was aiming for her third Olympic team. But she wasn't alone. Do you think it would be that easy? Not at all. She was joined by other incredible gymnasts, each with their own story of struggle and determination. But first, let's talk about the struggles. Blakely faced a heartbreaking injury. She hurt her Achilles tendon during podium training. She had to withdraw and her Olympic dreams were put on hold. The same fate struck Jones and DeCilio, each facing their own injuries. The arena felt the weight of their absence. How would you handle such a setback? But then there was Simone. She stepped up, eyes focused, and heart steady. With her top all-around finisher, she was automatically named to her third Olympic team. Can you imagine the strength it took for Simone Biles to come out of retirement? But there's more on that later. And what about Suni Lee, Jade Carey, and Chiles, finishing second, third, and fourth? They were named to their second Olympic team by the selection committee. Their faces shone with determination, and they knew what it meant to push through pain and doubt. Have you ever felt that drive? Hezly Rivera placed fifth in the all-around and was the fifth person to be named to the team. Her journey was one of grit and perseverance. Can you picture the hard work and endless hours of training? She earned her place with every early morning practice and every fall. But let's take a little closer look at these amazing athletes. Let's start with Suni Lee. Her journey began in St. Paul, Minnesota. As a lively child, she was always moving and tumbling around. This led her father to build a wooden balance beam in the backyard to help focus her energy. At 6, she began formal gymnastics training at the Midwest Gymnastics Center in Little Canada, Minnesota. Early on, Suni's daily routine was marked by unwavering dedication, spending 8 to 12 hours in gymnastics training or in school. Despite a relatively late start, she stood out in the US Gymnastics Women's Development Program. At just 7, she triumphed in the all-around competition at the state meet, her second ever competition. By 11, she was qualified for the elite program, making her eligible to represent the US in international competitions. At 14, Suni earned a spot on the US junior national team, and her career soared from there. She debuted on the international senior stage in Italy, winning the all-around title and helping the US team win gold. She collected a few set of medals in the World Championships the next year: gold in her team event, silver on the floor, and bronze on the uneven bars. During the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, she shined brightly as a key member of the American team, alongside her fellow star Simone Biles. Suni made history as the first Asian American woman to win gold in the women's all-around event. She also won a bronze medal on the uneven bars and a silver medal in the team event. After the Olympics, she embraced collegiate gymnastics and pursued her studies at Auburn University. Her time with the Auburn Tigers proved successful, with Lee earning titles as the NCAA beam champion and SEC uneven bar champion. But things weren't all smooth sailing. In February 2023, Suni woke up to swollen ankles, initially brushing it off as just some intense training. But concerns grew as her face, legs, and hands also swelled. Within 2 weeks, she gained 30 pounds. She was quickly brought to doctors, and it was discovered she had an issue with her kidneys. On April 3rd, she announced her premature end to the sophomore season. She says, "It was a very difficult decision, but my health was more important, and I'm not in the best shape right now," Lee explained. But Suni didn't give up there. Navigating the intricate landscape of health challenges, fueled by her aspirations for Olympic gold, is what pushed her to persevere. With a slow and steady recovery, she has made her way back to the Olympic team. She says, "I'm not trying to think too far ahead because that can just add a lot of unwanted pressure and stress." But she overcame, and it certainly helped the Americans out. But let's not forget about our other American, Chiles. Jordan was born April 15, 2001 in Tualatin, Oregon. She was named after the legendary basketball player Michael Jordan. But it wasn't basketball she was into. Her gymnastics passion was shown at an early age. By 11, she reached the elite level and made her first national team. Just a year later, she earned her first ever international assignment. Jordan's favorite thing about gymnastics is being around her friends and doing things other people can't do, like flying. Her nickname is Chick, and she loves Wonder Woman and anything superhero related. Beyond gymnastics, Jordan plays the clarinet and saxophone, and guess what? She can read sheet music. Isn't that impressive? In fact, she was actually in the marching band in high school. She represented the US at the 2020 Summer Olympics and won silver in the team event. She was also part of the team that won gold in 2020 at the World Championship. Individually, in the same competition, she ended up winning silver for both the floor and the vault. But she's not the only powerhouse on Team USA. Let's meet Jade Carey. Jade was born May 27, 2000, and is best known for her vault and floor exercise. She loves traveling the world and meeting other gymnasts. Her favorite school subjects were sports medicine and math. Could you guess her two favorite TV shows? If you guessed Full House or Impractical Jokers, you'd be right. Her career highlights involve the 2020 Olympics, where she took the gold medal in the floor exercise. She's a two-time world medalist in 2017 and 22, and is the 2018 Pan American champion. She was part of the team that won gold at the 2019 World Championship and in 2020. When she got to college, she competed for Oregon State, winning 7 Pac-12 titles and receiving multiple conference honors, with a total of 8 Olympic and World Championship medals. Jade is the 6th most decorated US female gymnast of all time. But let's not overlook our youngest star, Hesley Rivera. Hesley was born June 4, 2008. In New Jersey. She was born to Heidi and Henry Rivera, was an engineer originally from the Dominican Republic. But her gymnastics journey didn't start until 2013 after attending a friend's birthday party at a gymnastics facility. Can you imagine finding your passion at such a young age? Her career highlights include winning the balance beam in the 2024 Winter Cup and earning bronze in the all-around and floor exercise. Her favorite events are the bars. But outside the gym, she loves shopping, listening to Katie Nicole, and reading Mamba Mentality. Her favorite movie is Spy Kids 2, and she loves the TV show Family Reunion. And her favorite meal is what I eat almost every day: rice, beans, chicken, and some avocado. But what we love about Hesley is she's involved with charity work at St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, as well as Food for the Poor. But of course, we cannot talk about Team USA without mentioning legendary Simone Biles. Simone was born March 14th, 97 in Columbus, Ohio. She's considered one of the greatest of all time and most decorated gymnasts in history. Her journey began at the age of 6. When she was too young to qualify for the 2012 London Olympics, Simone skyrocketed to fame in 2013, clinching 2 gold medals at the Antwerp Championship, including the all-around title. Here she introduced the world to a groundbreaking move on the floor exercise, the Biles, a double layout with a half twist, which is now cemented into gymnastics history. Simone continued her dominance with 4 World Championship golds in 2014 and another 4 in 2015. Heading into her first Olympics at Rio in 2016, she secured gold in the all-around, team, vault, and floor exercise, with claiming bronze on the balance beam. But she triumphed with 5 gold medals in the 2019 World Championship, including the all-around title. It was there she introduced a new move, the Biles 2, a double tucked backflip with a triple twist. Simone's name is now on 5 distinct gymnastics moves, on the floor, balance beam, and vault. But things took a turn for the worst. When she entered the 2020 Tokyo Games, expectations were high. Simone added 2 more medals to her Olympic tally, making it a remarkable 7. However, she made headlines by withdrawing from most of her events, citing mental health concerns and her struggle with the twisties, a disorienting mental block doing aerial maneuvers. Simone's decision to prioritize her mental well-being sparked vital conversations. It allowed a space for other athletes to talk about mental health challenges. She's become an advocate for mental health, emphasizing the importance of taking care of both the body and the mind. It was from that moment Simone decided to take a hiatus. In that time, she got married to Jonathan Owens, an NFL player, and received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from US President Joe Biden. But as we know, this is not the end of the story for Simone. Throughout many months of considering coming back, she finally decided to do so. But when she talked to her coaches about it, they had something else to say. Initially, when Simone said she wanted to go to Paris, her coaches said no. Shocked, Simone asked why. Her coaches said, "Let's take this one day at a time. Let's get you more comfortable with your routines and twisting." And it was from that moment, Simone knew her coaches had her back. By Simone and her coaches focusing on the next step ahead, they were able to take it one day at a time. Doesn't Simone have great coaches? And it was from this moment, Simone's perspective on success evolved. She says, "Success to me means something a little bit different now. Before, everybody defined success for me, even though I had my own narrative. Now, it's about showing up, being in a good mental space, having fun, and letting whatever happens, happens. And Simone backs this up. In fact, she's fought for this mental space even during the Olympics. It is rumored while on a bus ride on the way to the event, Simone gave up her seat to two other gymnasts who looked incredibly nervous. On top of that, it's also rumored she gave special gymnastic spins to two other gymnasts who were forced to wear more conservative leotards. Undoubtedly, these two gymnasts felt out of place with their different leotards, but the pins were a message from Biles saying, "You belong here." Isn't it incredible? Biles has created space for others despite having so much on the line. Who else do you know in your life that's similar? When the first night of competition started in Paris, the audience was star-studded. Stars like Snoop Dogg and Tom Cruise were in attendance. How would you handle competing at the highest level with stars like Tom Cruise watching you? But for Team USA, things took a turn for the worst. While Simone Biles was practicing, she ended up hurting her calf and was visibly shaken. But Simone didn't let that stop her. She pushed through the pain and performed like a true champion. The announcers knew she was struggling. People in the stands knew something was wrong. But she performed regardless. She scored the highest on vault, beam, and floor for Team USA. Isn't that incredible? On the vault, she did her signature Yurchenko double pike, scoring a whopping 15.8. Imagine the strength, precision that takes, all while having to think about not hurting your calf. Do you think you could have pushed through like Simone did? But Simone wasn't the only one making waves. Suni Lee's performance on the uneven bars was spectacular. She needed a high score to fight for the all-around final, and she nailed it with a score of 14.866. Has there been a time where you needed something to happen and you made it happen? Imagine how you'd feel in that moment. Chiles also gave a fantastic performance. Even though she didn't make it to the all-around final, she was a constant source of enjoyment for her team. She kept everyone's spirits high and her routine on the floor was captivating. How do you think it feels to support your team while at the same time juggling your disappointments? And then there's Jade Carey. She's known for her strong performances, especially on vault. But on this night, she faced a tough moment. During her floor routine, she made an error and went out of bounds, resulting in a fall. It was hard to watch. Have you ever had something not go to plan? Despite this, Jade did not give up. She came back strong and on the next rotation, got 2 solid vaults, securing her spot in the vault final. Can you imagine bouncing back like that? The youngest member of the team, Hezly Rivera, also showed great resilience. She had a slip on the beam, but didn't let it shake her. She composed herself and finished strong on the uneven bars. For a 16-year-old in her first Olympics, that's pretty amazing, don't you think? But the team competition was intense. Although the US team is aiming to repeat their gold medal standard in Tokyo, Brazil is closely behind. Rebecca Andrade is leading the way for Brazil. Although the US had finished that day slightly ahead of Brazil, it would be a dogfight in the next round. Despite a valiant effort from Brazil, Simone Biles and Team USA held off for the gold medal, proving why they're the best. What's been your favorite thing about Simone Biles and her crew? If you enjoyed this video, check the video out on your screen for more gymnastics content. I'll see you in the next one.